take this time to actually do a big release, an announcement that I'm extremely excited about. You found on your tables this one-page sheet of paper. This is the one-page overview of a full report that we are releasing today, right now here, that has been worked on for the last several months, a partnership of UC ANR, but the people that really did the bulk of the work were our California Community Colleges Center for Excellence. We commissioned them to do this report because one of the things that particular research arm does for the community colleges is really try to look at industry. Where is industry jobs and growth and sales going, so that they can ensure that our community colleges have the curriculum to keep up and even stay ahead of that. And they've been doing these kind of studies for many years, and they were the only logical choice to do it for us. I'm particularly excited about this. In fact, I'm even going to claim this is my baby. I feel like I just birthed the baby to the printer last Friday. And we were pushing it hard to get it to the printer last Friday. Because I don't know about you, but one of the things for several years now that has been driving me absolutely crazy, in fact, I'll go so far as to say it really pisses me off, is when I hear people make this incredibly stupid statement that agriculture is less than 2% of the state's GDP, so why should we even care about it? Yeah, I've heard way too many people make that statement. Unfortunately, I've even heard UC professors make that statement. And I correct them when I can, but I can't correct everybody. So we commissioned a study. And I'm excited because working landscapes came in as the 6th largest sector of the state's economy. Think about that for a moment. And frankly, we're virtually tied with finance. If I hadn't been so conservative in which NAICS codes we used, I think we'd have beat out finance. Because we're neck and neck. We came in ahead of healthcare, real estate, construction, retail. These are all sectors that our public, our legislators, our policymakers view as high priorities areas of the economy for investment. All too often, working landscapes is an afterthought. I know Steve Frisch and I and many others in the room are still frustrated over the water bond a few years ago, where less than 0.5% of all those hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, well, hundreds of millions out of billions, yeah. Billions of dollars, less than 0.5% went to the forested watersheds that provide 60% of the state's water. 0.5%. Now, does that make sense to you? The reason we are putting this out and this report is because we're going to be using this everywhere this next several months. We're going to be messaging it. I want you to message it. It's up on the website now. It went live this afternoon because we've got to get our policymakers to understand they've got to do investments in working landscapes. And by the way, that number, $333 billion in sales, is a lowball number. We were so careful to not allow this to be attacked that there were a lot of stuff we did not include. For example, veterinary services. We couldn't separate livestock from pets, so we didn't take any of those dollars. And there's several other codes like that. I honestly think we should beat out finance, but if we can get in more money, maybe we'll tease it out. But the other big thing, that number does not include 1 penny of ecosystem services, not a penny. And quite frankly, from studies that have been done in Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, and Sonoma counties, as well as elsewhere, the value of ecosystem services to this state's economy is probably larger than that number, extrapolating off those studies. So you're here the first to get this report, and big thanks to everybody that worked on it. Big hand, particularly for our community colleagues.